Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Final Fantasy Revexers video, and as the anniversary is coming closer, and since people said they wanted me to do this, we're going to be talking about what to expect for the anniversary coming onto the global version. So, we are here with Ace. I'm surprised that they didn't do Trey first and then Ace like they've been doing. So, next week, it could be... It's tough, but it could be the anniversary banner next this coming week or next week, whatever you want to call it. On the 22nd or 23rd, but then they could also do it on Friday. So I'm really expecting the 23rd banner to be Trey, and then I'm expecting them to have the actual anniversary banner on the 30th, which is more closely to July. Pretty much at the end of July there. So I'm expecting the 29th to be the actual anniversary banner, which will probably be a global exclusive, and I'm really expecting it to be Malphase. And I'm really expecting Malphase to come out having a Brave Shift form, because there's artwork for it. The artists themselves came out and get some artwork for her, so hopefully that will be the anniversary banner, guys, Malphase. So hopefully she's going to be straying away from the hybrid stuff. Maybe in one form it could be magical, in one form it could be physical, and get rid of the hybrid altogether, because hybrid really is a mechanic that's not very useful anymore. It used to be very useful back in the day. If you're a new player, I'm going to give you a very quick history lesson. Hybrid used to be pretty good back in the day because bosses sometimes had more defense than spirit, so then you would just gear for one or the other to be stronger. But nowadays, most bosses, in fact almost every boss, unless there's some weird things in Dark Visions, they have equal defense and spirit. So hybrids, what value do they have now? There's not very much value in hybrids. So I really feel like they should just make physical form and a magical form, or just make the hybrid unit, if they're gonna really do a hybrid unit, which I hopefully they don't. You gotta make the modifiers crazy high. It has to be something ridiculous in order for it to actually matter. So what's after the first week of the anniversary? What banner will they probably give us? They could just skip Snowflinka altogether and just give us Zidane, who's another disaster. So actually Global has a very big problem, because there's actually two banners that are complete disasters. Radar is fine. I showcased that you can get lots of attack and spirit, even at EX1, but Zidane is so bad, and Snowflinka is so bad, that they're gonna have two dead weeks, and they have Alum to blame for that, but they also have themselves to blame because they're probably not gonna get any buffs. So Zidane, he has 8 times cap, but for some reason they were too afraid to give him higher modifiers. Like, his modifiers are so low. This is like it feels like he's a 2022 unit instead of a 2023 unit. So there's not much to say about Zidane. He's just not very good. And then scooting on further, there's nothing really exciting happening until Lightning. So maybe at the end of July or at the beginning of August, the Lightning will appear. So that will be another point for you guys to save up for. So at that point, anniversaries are starting to wind down. And so yeah. Then we get those Esper units that are quite good. At least some of them are. Wink. So final determination. I think Malphase is going to be the Neo Vision unit of the anniversary. And now what I hope for, but not expect, I think Global really needs to make a really good anniversary, because JP's anniversaries are usually very lame. They give out a lot of free pulls, but there's almost no good content. There is nothing exciting about getting free pulls anymore, because most times you get nothing. And so, even if they let you select a New Vision unit, which they did, most times it's gated. Like, it's a selected pool, and most units I already have, most people already have, so it wasn't exciting. So Global really needs to step up this anniversary. I'm looking at the retweets, I'm looking at their interactions on Twitter. They're not looking too good, especially on the JP version as well. Both versions not looking too good on the interactions there. So This game is on a huge downturn, so they need to stop with the we can't give them too much thing. You got to give them more. You got to give the players more in order for them to come back and say, hey, the game's fun again, right? The game's fun again. So they need to do more than what the JP version did. The Neovision reduction pool needs to happen. It needs to happen soon. If it doesn't happen by the end of the year, I think a lot of people are just going to quit eventually, because people already are quitting, just because it's getting tiring getting the first rain Neovision in a summon in 2023 when you can get it for free in the missions. So that's just a disaster. There's some good ones, like OG Cloud is now good again instead of trash, but there's just some units in the pool, even with crowns, they're terrible, like Fistless. And that's just one example out of many. There's many Neovision units in the pool that are just pool diluters, pool filler, and they need to be removed. People don't want to pull old trash anymore. When you spend 5k lapis, or you go through a whole step up, and the only thing you get is like a diverty, and that's it. It doesn't feel too good. Now, I'm not saying they should remove every single old unit in the entire game from the pool, but they really do need to remove a lot of the units from the pool. They just put them in the EX pool, but they need to reduce it, and then they need to increase the rates. I'm not saying that they're going to do any of this, but they really need to do something soon, because there's almost no excitement pulling in the game, so they really need to make it up. And they can't, for this anniversary, they can't just say, oh, here's the anniversary banner, here's the Clash of Wills, call it a day, kind of a thing. They need to make it, they need to go the extra mile. They actually need to go like the extra 10 miles. Is that perfectly fine to say? They need to go the extra 10 miles to make this anniversary sparkling clean for everybody to be having fun. Because I'm telling you guys, I'm talking to Gumi too, if you just put out a banner, you give out a little tiny bit of goodies here and there, and you put out a Clash of Wills and call it a day and walk away, and then give it like a vacation, that's not going to work. Your player base is not as big as it used to be. Compared to this year and last year, I mean, last year it was even on a steep decline, but now it's on a huge decline, and you can't just do the same thing you've always been doing and get away with it. So I think that's all I've got for you guys. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this this video. Do you guys agree or do you disagree? Do you like how Gumi runs their anniversaries usually, or do you want things to change? Another thing I really think needs to change is the voting thing. Just give us all the rewards. I don't think that's a drastic take. I don't think that's a huge controversial take. They just give us everything. I mean, that should have been something that happened a long time ago, but at this point, just give us everything. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Malphase probably will be the Neovision unit of the banner of the anniversary. If it's not, that'd be really weird. Because at this point, they should have it made by now. I mean, it's been a few months, I believe. So, alright, guys. See you in the video. Peace.